Today, we're gonna talk about a topic that I never opened up about in the past. And I think a lot of people, especially in the last few months, in the last few years, have started to being interested in it, which is social media. And welcome back to a brand new episode of Coffee Dates with Zoe. I believe we're episode 5 right now, and it's just crazy because I started it in January and I honestly didn't expect all the love I received in the past few months. I'm still very proud of this project because I know that it helps a lot of people to learn English better, to listen to English on a daily basis, and just to improve. Today we're here because we're drinking our coffee. I have my iced latte as usual with soy milk, which is my love, like the love of my life. So today I'm gonna open up a little bit about my journey, when I started, how it became a job, all the payment situation, which is also something very interesting, all the advertisements, the paid collaborations. I know that there are a lot of doubts about these things and about the honesty and transparency of people on the internet, of influencers. A lot of things have been going on in the past few months, so you know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I'm gonna just pretend like I'm talking to a friend because we are friends and spill some tea. This is too good. I hope I'm not sipping it too fast. It's amazing. So I started posting on social media when I was very, very young. I would not recommend to start that early. Also because social media today is very different from what it was back then. Now I feel really old by saying this. Like, oh my God, I never thought I would have said this. But yes, it is different because more and more people started downloading social media, being on social media, and not all of them know how to use them or how to properly behave in a social environment, because they often forget that social media is a social environment with real people and the way they behave is not often reflecting that. And probably a lot of people forget that there are not robots behind social media accounts, but actual people that have actual feelings. So they feel entitled to comment whatever. Because of that, I would strongly recommend, if you're 16, you can start being on social media in a more public way. But if you're younger than that, I would probably wait a couple more years, just because it's a toxic environment if you're too young to handle all the stress that comes with it and all the responsibility as well, because what you post is what other people see, and you have a kind of responsibility in the moment you decide to become like a public figure. The funny thing that not a lot of people know is that the first idea was to open a YouTube channel with my best friend at the time, but at the same time I always had this dream in my chest, this little thing that I wanted to have my own YouTube channel as well. So we opened both of them at the same time, but then we didn't end up publishing something on our channel together, and I just started publishing on my own. It was easier to arrange, of course. It was easier to film and edit because I was depending just on my time schedule, on my priorities. I remember that at the time, every single afternoon after school, I would film a video and basically upload it straight away. Just a quick editing and that was it. So yeah, it started off as a hobby, and I honestly never thought, I know that it sounds mainstream, I know that it sounds something like everyone is saying, but I never thought it would become a job that I would get paid for it. But I ended up having the first collabs around that time when I hit the first 10,000 subscribers with my old YouTube channel. Then I started posting also on Instagram, and TikTok wasn't even there because there was Musical.ly, but I wasn't really active on there, and I should have been, but I wasn't. Even if I'm trying to like TikTok, and I think I'm growing used to it, it's not my favorite platform. I would say that I'm more a YouTube girly or an Instagram girly as well, because I don't like short videos that much. I just think that I have lots and lots of things to say and I can't summarize everything. I just love to yap, and I love to do that in real life, on social media, everywhere, in every language. The first time I received a collaboration proposal, I was shocked, let me tell you, and it was just a gifting. So let me just clear up all the different types of collaboration that a content creator or an influencer can have. Firstly, we have the gifted. So when you see the hashtag gifted by, that means that that person received that item that is showing in the picture, in the video, for free, and they weren't asked to talk about it. So the brand just simply wanted to give them something. Usually, if the people are showing it to their audience, they're really true about what they're expressing, whether they like it or not. They're really transparent and honest with it. It should be like this for every type of collaboration, so you should always be very open with your audience about what you think truthfully about the product that you're showing, or the app that you're recommending, the software, whatever you're talking about. Unfortunately, it's not always like that for all the people. On my side, I have to say, I always been honest on social media, because I don't see the point of lying if then people try that thing because of you and they're disappointed with it and they will not trust you again. And for me, trust is better than whatever sum of money there may be for any type of collaboration. Then there's the supplied by collaboration, which is still a gifted product. So the brand gives away to the influencer, to the content creator, something for free, but there's a contract usually, or there's some kind of agreement that the influencer should talk about it. This is not something that I particularly like in most of the cases, unless I really, really like a product. Then in that case, I will of course accept and talk about it. Just because I think that so many people forget about the fact that being an influencer, creating content is a job. It takes up time and it shouldn't be for free. I shouldn't promote something for free because that's my time, and time is money, you know? Last but not least, there's the hashtag advertisement, or ADV, which is when an influencer is paid to talk about that specific thing that is showing on screen. But that doesn't mean that the person can't be honest about it or can say what they really think. Of course, in that kind of situations, the brand usually gives a brief, some instructions of what to say about the product, but that is not to be seen in a negative way, as it always is. It's just to be seen as, okay, the brand cares about how the product, of course, is presented and cares about the fact that the influencer will say the correct things about it. For example, if I have to talk about this mug and the brand says to me like, oh, you should say like it's good to go in the microwave, or you can put it in the fridge. I don't know what I'm saying. Like, I don't even know what a cup is supposed to be like. But all these little things are also useful to the audience that is listening in order to understand whether they really should buy the cup or not, and are additional informations that maybe as an influencer I don't originally know, but then the brand explains that to me and I can speak more consciously about what I'm promoting. But how do influencers get paid? Because another misconception that I always see online, and that I wish it was true, honestly, I wish it was true, but it's not, is that influencers or content creators are paid for every single content they put online. The truth is, not a single platform except for YouTube pays people to publish their content. Meaning, if I post a picture on Instagram today, I will not get paid for it unless it's a paid collaboration with a brand, but then it's the brand paying me, not Instagram itself. And the same goes for TikTok. Actually, a couple of years ago, I think TikTok paid for the publication. It was just a few cents, so it was not that much, but it was paid. Now it's not doing that anymore. All my short form contents, all my photos, all my Instagram stories, it's not something I gain money from. It's just something that I do because I like it, and of course it's my job to expose myself, and of course publishing more means more chances to be discovered by many people and also by brands or interesting connections in general. If you don't have passion, that's another thing that I would really, really like to say and state very clearly. You can't do this job. And it's not about the start. Like, it's not the fact that you can't start being a content creator if you're not passionate about it. But the thing is that you can't continue doing it for the longest time, which is the time required to become successful at it. The camera said, stop talking, and it just shut down. The card was full. But here I am again. You can't go on for a lot of time making and posting content without being passionate about it, because there will be days where you don't have any inspiration, where you don't have any motivation, where you have to stay in front of your computer or in front of your phone editing for hours and hours and hours. And if you hate it, I can promise you, you will not do it. You will not do it because it's heavier than a normal job sometimes. Also because you don't have specific times. You don't start at 9 and finish at 6. You start whenever you want. And that's true, that's a positive side, but at the same time, the negative side is that you could potentially never stop. Sometimes I work like from the early morning, like at 7 in the morning, I'm already editing something, or I'm already scripting something until 10 at night. So count how many hours are those. And of course, I'm doing something that I love, so it's not that bad. And I know that I'm privileged to do that. But at the same time, staying in front of the screen for so long, first of all, it gives you a terrible headache that you can't shake off until you go to bed. And then, of course, it's not pleasant. Like, sometimes you would like to do something else during the day. And the thing also is that when you film your lifestyle, like I do for my content, staying the whole day in front of my laptop means that I didn't have anything to film to make actual content. So then I will need to think about an alternative content that I can post. And connecting to this, last sip of coffee, so good, I would have 10 more. You have to stay consistent. Don't think that by posting one video every 10 months, you will gain lots of followers. You will be famous. That video maybe goes viral. Stop. You may want to rethink that, and you may want to rethink your career choice, because that is not how it works. Basically, the more consistent you are, more likely you are to reach more people and gain more followers. At the same time, it can be that you post a video, people just don't like that video, it will flop, it will have like 10 views, and the day after, you still have to show up. And maybe maybe the video you post after that one is still gonna be bad. People are still not gonna like it. It's still not going viral. It's still not making you any followers, anything, but you still have to post. And that's the most difficult part, I think, about this. You don't have anyone to motivate you. You have yourself, your ideas, your beliefs, your creativity, and you have to keep going, even if it feels like so hard and so impossible to do it and so pointless, because when nobody watches your video, what are you even doing them for? I promise you, you will find the right people, or vice versa. The right people will find your content, which is right for them, and you eventually will be successful. But after many tries, after many different things, maybe different contents, maybe you have to try different formats, and it's always an ongoing process. So you always have to doubt your work, not really doubt yourself, but just look at your job and look at your work and look at your contents with a critical eye in order to understand what is working, what is not working, what's the problem, what are the strong points about it, and finally arrive at a format that is right for you, is right for your audience, and it's just a perfect match of everything. And then stick to it and be really, really committed to posting every single day. Also, because I don't know, like if a lot of people are aware of it, I really notice with TikTok, if you don't post consistently, the platform and the algorithm, it will not push your content. This, I think, also happens on other platforms. The more you post, the more consistent you are, and the more the algorithm rewards you. And on YouTube as well, posting regularly can help. But I think, again, it's kind of fair enough, because like a usual job, you have to show up every day. You can't just show up on Monday because you feel like it, and then on Tuesday not go to the office, and then on Wednesday maybe you will go, maybe you will not. It's not how it works. Oh, one last thing. Please be original in your content and don't copy everyone else. Of course, there's gonna be trends and things that you'd like to do because other people also did them, and there are a lot of people posting on social media right now, so it's clearly impossible to post something completely originally yours. But even if you follow a trend, even if you make a video that is like what I eat in a day, or a vlog, or a get ready with me, whatever that is, that it's a typical format that 1,000, 1,000,000 other people are doing, do that with your own personality, in your own terms, with your own creativity, with your own ideas. Try to implement something that is personal just for you, and that will not only differentiate you from thousands of millions of other people online, but it will also make it easier for you and make it funnier for you to create, because there's a piece of you in that, and that's the fun of posting on social media. That's what everything comes down to. Let me know your thoughts. I'm super happy that I finally talked about everything social media related, and let me know if you would like to know more, even in my Italian videos maybe. I don't know, if you have any specific questions, let me know in the comments. I'm always reading what you write. Thank you for spending your time with me today. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!